downtown. Okay. Salamat, bye. Tawag tayo. Tawag. Hey everyone, so I wanted to make this video last night, but I was really tired. Shout out to Mr. Bud Brown. It was really good to meet you. Great convo. Shout out to Gareth if you're watching. Also Chris and Adenelia. So we hung out last night at Dumaguete Studio Apartments. Just to go chill over there for a minute. I'm pretty tired because I had to do other things afterwards. So I wanted to make this question and answer portion of the video last night, but I wasn't as enthusiastic as I am right now because, like I said, I was very tired. So let me go right through the questions. It is in no particular order, so please don't be offended if I didn't choose your question or your question is first or last or whatever. Okay, so Nandor Blue asks, was I ever in the restaurant business? And what is my favorite Filipino restaurant? So, was I ever in the restaurant business? No, I was not. I guess first experience for me. It's been fun, I guess, but like just like anything else, there's certain parameters that are a common knowledge for business, like, you know, accounting and, you know, bookkeeping and inventory and things like that. I am learning more of the portions and how to portion things out to, you know, to really squeeze as much profit as I can. As for the food and things like that, so it's been a fun experience. My favorite restaurant in New York, in Long Island, I would have to change locations because my wife, I have to go find another location to film on because my wife is changing. So my goats, some of my cows. So let's go. I think I found a spot. I'm sitting in an awkward position, but it's fine. Oh, so my favorite restaurants in New York, in Long Island, it would have to be Manila Hut, very good barbecue, and Ghirardelco in Westbury. Queens, right on 69th Street, where there's a lot of Filipinos. Yo, that sounded like something was behind me, but it's a freaking banana tree. It would have to be Ihawan on 69th Street, right on Roosevelt. Right on the corner, basically 68th and Roosevelt. Gary Allen asked, would I ever consider opening up a restaurant, like a full-blown restaurant and a disco bar? At the moment right now, no, because I don't have the space for it. And if I'm gonna run something like that, especially a disco bar where you want to concentrate on liquor sales and, you know, alcohol sales, and I would have to get a really prime location. Now, prime location equates to a lot of money when it comes to renting anything, any type of property that's you're looking for prime location, because doing a disco bar in the middle of the province, it might not work out for you. Doing it in the middle of the city, yes, because different type of people, different type of customer, then I'll be more successful in that. Now, you're looking at minimum 25,000 for the rental. I've seen little spots as low as like 15. So, you know, I don't want to go right into it heavy too right now. I want to focus on opening up at least 5 little spots that I have now, and then move on to something bigger. Madigazi Travels asks, what licenses or government mandates that I had to go through to open up the little spot I have. So it's a pretty simple process. It takes like 1 day. You have to pay for the certain licenses or signatures that you have to get signed on that little permit thing, or I guess the forms and stuff are like sanitation, fire, you have police, barangay clearances, a few more. I forget the mayor's permit, but it's not too crazy and it's not too expensive compared to as if you were running a business in New York. To get more specific, certain signatures that you have to attain, sometimes it's hard because the people are moving around, they're not there, and there's only one person to sign the signature. That's the only thing that's kind of frustrating, because if you go there, they're not there, then you have to come back tomorrow. So technically it can be done in 1 day if they're all there, but sometimes it'll take a week, and then on your part you have to stay consistent with it as well. So, you know, because I'm from New York. So sanitation, they just visited the place, checked it out. It's basically the equivalent to like an OSHA. Police, they just check if you have a criminal record. Fire, they asked us to buy a fire extinguisher because we're an eatery. So the mayor's permit basically is the final, you know, I guess top of the rung, if you call it that, and then he'll sign it. And the engineer's office will go to your establishment and check out if everything's structurally sound. Noli Fernando kind of asked what Madigazi Travel asked, so I hope that answers both of your questions, I guess. And then that was pretty much it. And then we have to, our last thing we have to do is we have to go to the BIR, which is like the IRS over here, and handle things over there. So As far as cost-wise, everything differs per business, because over here, like if you run a Sari Sari store, if you're putting more stuff in the Sari Sari store, that's a different cost. Like let's say for instance RTW, ready to wear. If you're selling that, there's gonna cost you, that's another cost for that. If you're selling liquor in that Sari Sari store, that's another cost for that. Everything is a case-by-case basis. Since we're an eatery, I serve I guess regular food, right? Cigarettes, beer, and liquor. All in, it cost me about 6,000 to 7,000 pesos. Now, don't quote me on that because every business is you know different. So that's what around what I paid. Trevor and Keenan, a couple who vlogs. You should definitely check them out. Subscribe, support their channel. They ask, I guess they're afraid of if there's no 911 here or ambulance. All I can say is that there's 911 here because I know this for a fact because one of my aunts works as one of the operators in the 911 center here. Filipinos don't call it all the time. That's a problem there. Ambulances, yeah, they're everywhere because I see them going up and down the highway all day. So you know, so you don't have to worry about that. The medical care here, obviously, it's not up to par with European standards or even American standards, but it's not that far behind. You know, everything's here, MRI, CT scan, and so on and so forth. It's just that the insurance system here is not set up like how it is in Canada, where you guys are from, where you guys benefit from that because you're in Canada. But like people like me, like I'm from New York, I know what it is to pay the co-pay and all this stuff and all that. It's not too much. It's not that much different. The problem is everything here is mostly out of pocket. I'm saying the majority of stuff here is mostly out of pocket. So if you do plan to live here, you gotta have some money on the side just in case, God forbid, something happens. But then again, if you look at it, if you're that type of person who's afraid to go anywhere, then just stay where you are, because at the end of the day, wherever you go, whether you're even in the I guess first world country, if it's your time, it's your time. Let's just be real about it. Like if it's your time, you fall and you bust, I don't know, you bust something, and then that's it. You know, many people die for reasons that you're like, really? They die from that? Like myself, I had a very bad fall. I fell from a third floor balcony when I was working for Stanley Steamer when I was in the States. For some odd reason, I'm still here, you know, thank God. You know, I fell off my motorcycles, I'm still here. But then there's people who, it could be, I don't know, it could be something so small and then they pass away. Then it's when it's your time, it's your time. Even in the most advanced place, if it's your time, it's your time. So, you know. Trevor and Keenan also asked, do I see myself raising a family and living here in Dumaguete for good? Yes, I do. If you just look up how Long Island is and where I'm from in Long Island, Hempstead, you can attain anything in America. Well, basically, my mindset is you can attain success anywhere in the world. It's just a little harder in certain parts of the world. Now, because I'm a little bit more situated here in Dumaguete, as far as connections, as far as business, I gravitated towards here because I can be in front of the people I need to be in front of to make certain investments. Not to get too much into detail, my lifestyle here, I live a pretty simple lifestyle. Raising a family here, it makes sense for me because number one, I own my own house. I don't have a mortgage. My policy within myself is if I can't afford it out of pocket, I'm not gonna pick it up. So if I can't pay for it cash, you know, I just don't buy it. I live a very frugal life. I don't have that false sense of wealth many people have, maybe in the States or in Europe, where you make $70,000 a year, but your house is $2 million or $500,000 and you really can't afford it, and you're not really living paycheck to paycheck, but if the shit hits the fan, then you might be out of a house or a nice car. Now, not to offend anybody who's into those things, I'm just saying, me personally, I don't need that sense of, yo, I have to have the new whatever, to, you know, to, I get, what is the terminology? The Joneses or something like that. I'm just saying, I don't live with that type of mindset in my life. My situation is that I live very frugal. I'm a very simple dude. My bills are very few because I pretty much own everything. I can afford certain luxuries, like I can have a nanny. I can have 2 or 3 nannies in the house watching them while I maintain my business, or while I'm in the office. You know, I can have everything taken care of. The education here, I can take them to a international school around here and send them there, or if I really want, I can take them to an international school in Manila and then do it that way. For me, maybe not for you. For me, it works for me. So you know, but it's something to consider. People are always astonished why I'm a Phil-Am and I live here, because a lot of Phil-Ams don't ever want to come back here. That's the truth. Lastly, so last question is, Anton asked that am I practicing at a local spot here, martial arts wise, and if not, can I recommend a place to practice here for him and his son? So to the first question, no, because I'm currently busy. I have not had any time to practice, but I am planning on building a personal space for myself with bags and speed bags and all those things that I use to work out with. I can't really work out with weights because of the kidney operation. The doctor said that my creatinine, which is very important when it comes to kidney health, it rises when you lift weights. I guess when you get muscle mass, I guess. I don't know the science behind it, but I will be more proactive and I'm not gonna be looking to lift weights anymore. Probably a lot of body weight exercises, calisthenics, and obviously with a really good diet, I can stay in shape. A lot of swimming. So the second part of the question, I do know of one place. My brother's friend runs it. It's called Fitbox. You can look it up here in Dumaguete. Or if anyone, I invite them when I do build my space. If you are interested in working out with me, then you're more than welcome to come by. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So thank you. Take care. Have a great day or night wherever you are. And thank you again for your time, because I greatly appreciate it. And